This is the second presentation. From the first one, we're looking at vector data, working on QGIS and PyQGIS. Just for the sake of others who didn't join the first session, QGIS is a software that is used for mapping and other geoprocessing activities. So first we looked at vector data. Vector data. Now we want to explore raster data. I'll take you through a small presentation, but most of it it's hands-on. So we'll look into the actual QGIS as we did on the first presentation. So we'll be working on raster data. So the first question is what's raster data? But before we do that, let's look at what are our outcomes. What are we expecting to achieve? We want to understand the basics of working with raster data by the end of the day, install essential plugins, download digital elevation model, which is DM, and also develop a contour map. Of course, it's not going to be a contour map as such. It's going to be a combination. This is the map which we are going to develop by the end of the session. Pretty nice, isn't it? So we are going to work with raster data. So the question is, what's raster data? Raster data, it's just a matter of a presentation of spatial information as a grid of cells, where each cell contains a single value representing a certain attributes or phenomenon. As we said on our last presentation, we are looking at two types of data which are commonly used in the QGIS. That's vector data, which are just some points, geographic locations, and raster data, which is more like a picture, a satellite image, a grid of cells. So it's more or less like working with pictures, but those pictures have got geo information on it. So the common format of raster data are grid or images, as I've said. The data elevation model, which I've already said, and we are going to look into it more in details, and satellite images. That's more on raster data. So what is a DM? Because today we are going to look into DM in more details, what it is and how we can make it with in QGIS. So a digital elevation model is just a 3D representation of the terrain surface. It shows elevations of the grid. It is usually used in various applications like GIS, hydrology. It's very huge. We are going to look at how we are going to apply in the next slides, how we can apply DM in QGIS. So one of them is to do terrain analysis. You can do hydrological analysis. You can also do 3D visualization using GRASS, which is another software. If you remember on the last session, we said when you're installing QGIS, it will also come together with GRASS and Saga. So those are the two things that you should know. So you do 3D visualizations, you do shared relief maps with DM. It's a very big model that is used in GIS. You can use for view shed analysis, watershed delineation, and also you can do landscape matrix. I'm just giving out what you can do with the data elevation model. I think it's just a small presentation that we wanted to do to appreciate what a DM is before we go ahead and start working with the digital elevation model itself. So this is just application that you can do with the DM. You can use geometric analysis and Raster. You can even use it for environmental modeling. So yeah, that's more about data elevation model. We are going to look much detail of it on the actual QGIS. Before I go to actual QGIS, is there any question, please? I think there's none. I should go to QGIS. Yeah, so last time we started looking at Kasungu map. We developed the Kasungu map, and I believe this is where we stopped. So we'll start from there. So we will start now working with raster data, which is the digital elevation model from where we stopped. So you remember we loaded a map of Malawi. From the map of Malawi, we extracted Kasungu, and we managed to label our areas. Those are traditional authority areas by using properties. We managed to lay it out, and this was the beautiful map which we did produce. So from here, we are going to continue now to work with, this is a vector data, or what we're seeing here, it's vector data. So we want to start from there and start working with raster data, which is the data digital elevation model, as we have discussed. So the first thing that you have to do is to load some plugins. So let me just do this. Yeah, this should go down. Then export this. Yeah. So let's start working. First thing that you have to do is to load some few plugins that we're going to work with. Of course, the others are not going to work with, but I just want to tell you that they are very important when you're working with raster data. So we're going to go to plugins. We are going to do manage and store plugins. Going to wait a little bit until it connects. Yeah, it's connected. I've already installed them, but this is how you install plugins in QGIS. So first thing that you do is to go to plugins, then you add and install plugins. Then this dog comes, this pop-up, then you go to, first already installed, but if you haven't installed, you go to not installed, then you're going to search up here. For me, because it's already installed, I'll just search so that you can see what which a plugin you're going to install. The first one is SRTM, this one, downloader. This is a very important downloader for digital elevation model. So what you do first is to download this one. Then you can also install what is known as Saga Next Gen, this one. Saga Next Gen, it has got so many tools for processing digital elevation models and working with raster data. So you can do a lot of stuff with Saga Next Gen, but you can install Saga, the actual Saga. I will close this one. Then if I go on the processing tools, if I go down, there's this one, which is known as Saga. Then there's this Saga Next Gen. This one is the one I was showing you. It's more a bit, it works with QGIS 3.2. This one, if you have only Saga, if you install only Saga, you'll find out that there are some tools, processes, which is telling you that they're not compatible, blah, blah, blah. So the only solution to deal with that is to install the Saga Next Gen. Yeah, so if you have installed those two plugins, which are very important, then we'll have to load our digital elevation model. To do that, you will see that once you download the plugins, you're going to come, this icon is going to come. This is the SRTM downloader. Once you click this one, if you can see here, there's STRM images. A group has already been created. So I'm going to create that one. We are going to set covers. The covers is the extent, our location, the altitude and longitude and latitude extents of our map, of our layers. So it's either you can manually set, or you can set, just click here, you set, and then you can set where you're going to install it. Then you start downloading. If I click download here, you will see there are 6 images which are going to be downloaded. It will take time for it to finish. But what is very important is that you are going to be asked to log in, because you cannot download this data without registering with URS Earth Data or NASA government, something like that. So you have to register. You go to this website, you register. Once you register, you have your credentials, which you're going to enter them here. Then you can click OK for you to download that data. To save you time, because it will take time for us to download this information, six images. They're almost 7 to be exact. But it will take us time to download these images. So I've already downloaded. I think I'll quit this one. Then I'll load from my own data that I've already downloaded. I'll remove this. Then I'll start from fresh. Before I continue, is there any question? I'm going fast. I'm too fast. Or Mustafa? No any comment.
No, no, no comment. I think you're going great.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So I've just shown you how you're going to download the D.
Hey,
Okay.
Chigon, just a
Yes.
second. I think there's a comment in the chat. It's saying you're a bit
Okay.
faster.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So what I was saying is, let me restart. We are going to download SRTM, the digital elevation model. So to download that, we need a plugin. So we went on plugins. We did went to plugins, manage and install plugins. Then we did search for SRTM downloader, which I'm saying you're going to install. They will come here a button that you say install. So you're going to install the plugin. Once you install the plugin, it is going to come right here on your toolbars. Or you can right click, then you can actually this, where is it? Here it is. So you can even click it on the panels. You can click that one so that it should come easily on your computer. Is that okay? So after doing that, what we are doing next is we are downloading our digital elevation model. So we clicked SRTM downloader, which is giving us a pop-up. Now, this one is just showing us to say, what's your extent? What's the longitude, what's the latitude that we want to download your digital elevation model. So you're just saying, I want to go 12 degrees west. I want to go how many degrees east? Something like that. How many degrees north? How many degrees south? West, how much? East, how much? So what I want to do is, instead of manually putting all those figures, I'm just set covers extent based on the map, which is the Kasumu map, which is already loaded. Yeah, so once you have downloaded, I'm going to remove this one for the sake of for the presentation. I'm going to move the we are going to start again. So what I'm going to do is to add a new group down here on the layers. I'm going to add a new group, and I'm going to call this group SRTN slash images. This I'm going to do it too. So once it's clicked, then I'm going to go to add here. Then I'm going to add raster data. Here you're going to add data data. Here you're going to add raster data. So once you do that, you click here, you add. Then I'm going to add all these, because these are the ones which were downloaded. Apart from the one with the VRT, I'm going to explain that one later. But what you do is once you download these files ending with HGT, they are going to be downloaded. So you click OK here, and you add. So once you do that, you can see that, I think you can see on the screen, we have now loaded our DEM. So these are the images. This is the digital elevation models. These are the images that we have loaded after downloading from the SRM downloader. So you can see they are almost, if we do this, there will be 7 of them. So we have 7. First thing that I'm going to do, we cannot work with all 7 images at once. because these are separate images. So if you want to do something, you have to do the video image. So to try to work with all the images at once, the first thing that you're going to do is to add what's known as to build a visual layer. So the visual raster layer, you're going to go for raster. Then you're going to do miscellaneous. Then you're going to build a visual layer. So here you build a visual raster layer. So what will be your inputs? You go here, then you select all, then you go back. Then it's going to ask you if you're going to save that on permanently or you just want to be a temporary file. So I just want to be a temporary file. I'll run this one. Once you run that one, you cross, you see that you have another one, which is called visual here. You can see this visual raster data. So I can take this one out of the group. Let me take it out of the group. So here it is. So if I create this one, I'm having this visual. So I can take this one out. I can remove this one, then remain with this visual raster layer. So what does this visual raster layer do? What this is just a pointer. It just points to the images which I loaded first. It's not like I've joined all the actually joined all the raster data that we have, the TLs. So what it has done is just to point to each and every image that we had, and we are seeing them at once. So I can do anything that I want to this visual layer without affecting those actual images. So we have a visual layer here, which ends in VRT. You can see the output here. It's the VRT that we mentioned that we get to load at the festival. So once you've done that, the images were downloaded, but we may not know if the data was correct when the time they were downloaded. So what you have to do is you go back to raster layer, then you are going to change. You are going to change we project the whole visual images. So you go to projections, then you go to wrap, which is the projection. So you enter here, you're going to choose which input you're going to put. So you're going to put the visual input. After you do that, then you can say, okay, I want to type what's your target data. So the CRIs that I'm going to use, I'm going to use the WGS74. That's the one which we use in Malawi as Africa research, but specifically in Central and Southern Africa, which is we use WGS74. So use this data, then you're going to learn. So once we learn that one, we're going to receive another layer, which is not going to be named to recruit, we project it. So yeah, we're going to close this one. So we have another layer which is reprojected. So we can remove the other layer, which is the feature layer. We don't need it. So we have now our layer which is reprojected, and it's the entire Kasongo digital elevation model. So you click here, it's showing us the elevations that is ranging from 464 to 1949, but it's all grayed out. So we can double click this one. You go to Symbiotic as we did last time. Then you can change to single band pseudo color. Then we can let's use a different color. Let's classify. Let's change. From mode, it's continuous. Let's have equal interval. I want to have five classes. Let's divide all that in 5 classes. So we went in settings, and it's the same 5, and we can apply that. Here it is. So you can see the changes in color where you see there is a bit it's light color. See that we have this legend. I think I can change the settings. Use that. So you can see that where you see a bit reddish here, it's where it's higher elevation. Where you see this color, it says low elevation. But we have the whole map of Kasongo. Then we have a huge, you can see from all this. We don't need all this. So what can we do? I think we can clip the images based on this map of Kasongo because we just want to extract Kasongo. So what I'm going to do is to click Kasongo. We are going to go to attributes. We are going to select all on the attributes. Then I'm going to minimize this one. After selecting all, I can go to Raster. Then I'm going to extract. Then I'm going to click Raster by mask layer. So I'm going to bring this one. Then the mask layer is the Kasongo, the one which I want to should be the image should be exactly Kasongo. Then I will select the features one. Then I'll run that. Once I run that algorithm, then boom, I can close this one. I can deselect for the entire area, and what I'm going to remain with is script for only Kasongo. So I can do what I did back to the projected one. I can do back to the script image. So then I'm going to change this one here. Then the mode should be equal interval. I want five of that. Then more that. Okay. Here it is. And please. Can you guys hear me? Because can you
We can
hear me?
hear. Yes, we can hear you properly.
Okay, fine. So what's done, it means we have a map of Kasongo, but there's another layer, which is the digital animation model, which you can see now. You can see the elevations changing from 464 to 1949. So we can continue now to create our own map using this information. So as we did last time, we are going to do layout manager. Then we can create our own, which we're going to create. Then we can name it training 2. Then we have this brown page. As you remember, we did add a map, so we can add a map here. Then we add a map to this extent. Then we can add the map. I can change. Let me change the scale to 9,000. How's it look? Oh. Yeah, like that. Then I can add a level here. So, this was the basic activities. Give us that it is. Then I want to add a north arrow, which is a picture. I'm going to add it here. Then I can add that one. Text. Yeah, like that. Now, if we introduce, you'll find we also included a small area where we're going to show some context. And even in our expectations, we say we're going to also show some context. So I'm going to go back to my map. Here it is. Then you want to add some contour. So how are you going to do that? How are you going to add the contour? Move this. Okay, I'm going to go to Raster. I'm going to go to extraction. Extraction. Then I'm going to add contour. Then be the same script. Then the version of it to be at least 10, yeah, 10, what, 5 minutes, 5 minutes intervals. Then click OK, I'll run that algorithm, and you will see we will have another layer with contours. It's taking a bit of a time for it to load because it's a huge process. So before it's doing that, I'm going to go back to layer to so I can change single, then show elevation and decrease size to 5. Should be bold. Then if I click OK, you should be able to see some items. Yeah, here it is. So we have shown we are seeing the contours here, but what I want to do is now to project them on the map. So I'm going to go back on the layout view. Then I'm going to add another map right here. I can do right here. Yeah, I think right here. Exactly. So this is for Capella. So what I'm going to do is to add some arrows. I can show you that I'm taking it from here to here, from here to here. And I can do another one, but I'm taking it from here. Sure, like that. So we are taking a snapshot from Kabelula, and it's showing only the contours. And we can add, last time I think we didn't add some grids. So I just wanted to show you how you can add grids in QGIS. So you go to grids, then you add, then you modify that grid. Then you can put the intervals that you're looking for. I think let me put 3 by X3 and Y. Let's see. I was going to, yeah, let me just show a frame. Should be a frame. I want a frame here. Should be right border, but also I need to draw coordinates on should. And then I can add scale. Sorry, I can add the legend, which is key. So I can add a key here. So I can remove Kasongo. I don't think we need Kasongo. We don't need this. We don't need this. We need this, but this should be hidden. And we have this should be renamed to elevation. Yeah. Any question? Yeah, so that's it. I think I'm done there.